excited to be the part of that. That's pretty cool. Let me see. We are going live. So
All right.
let me do another refresh here, and we should be live. Hey, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Good afternoon. Welcome to Charlton's Originals and Narragansett Presents episode Sweet 16. Shayne Goss, she's with the band Fairshake, and she's going to be jamming with us Thursday. She's going to be starting off the Originals and Narragansett show that we have every Thursday. And yeah, we're doing an interview now, and I want to thank you for being a part of the show. Happy New Year. How's your New Year treating you so far? How's everything going?
Happy New Year. I started out the new year with COVID.
Oh boy, yeah, that's not the best. I don't know. Maybe it's better to get it now and get it over with. What is it like?
Yeah. Oh my God, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I'm still feeling bad, but it's so much better than it was. There was like 5 days I didn't even know who I was. Yeah, it was bad. I had a fever for a while. But
Did you not smell and
yeah, other
taste?
than that, it's been a great year. I've been stuck at home, so as a productive person, I've been getting a lot of stuff done.
Yeah.
So
With the
that's
COVID thing, could you not smell and taste and stuff like they say?
I still can't smell or taste anything. It's been
Really?
17 days. Yeah, it just
Wow.
feels like cold now. Yeah.
How does that affect your singing?
Um, I got the COVID lungs.
COVID lung? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
tough.
like a
It's
great
like I'm in
album title,
yeah,
evidently.
it's like I'm in Denver, because like the
Yeah.
altitude is, it feels like there's just so much pressure and so many obstacles to push through while singing. But you do your warm ups really well, and then you do
That's
the
what it's
song.
like. It's like in Denver where you get that kind of the higher altitude to where it's like,
Yeah, if you're not used to it, it just feels like you're pushing through.
yeah,
It just
yeah. It's crazy.
but
That's such a big deal in Denver, like the sports team, the Broncos. Like
hmm
players when they go to Denver, sometimes like the best players on other teams can't play in Denver because of that. Like if they're
yeah,
like sickle cell, I think if they're like have a family trait of that, they really can't. It's like a real problem. Like
yeah,
I
no,
gotta
it
be
is.
really
I didn't
careful.
even realize that until we went out there it was a couple summers ago,
Yeah.
and we played a few shows, and it was very, very hard at first. And after that first performance, we were like, man, why was it so hard to sing? Like, why were we out of breath constantly?
Really?
And we were drinking with our friends, and the beer was hitting quicker too.
I mean, yeah.
And we're like, and started talking about that. We're like, oh yeah, 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 that's just something you get used to. And I was
Yeah.
just like, wow, like I didn't even know that was a thing. So being being an athlete and like, oh my gosh, I bet
Yeah,
you
it's
could come
crazy.
back down here to Georgia and just like outrun or do anything against
Oh
anybody
yeah.
else because your
Yeah.
stamina is just so much better.
When you were playing out there, was that fair shake or were you playing solo or?
Yeah, yeah, it was fair shake. It was Tucker and I, my
Okay.
lead guitarist, my best friend. So when we tour, unless it's like somewhere around Atlanta, like Georgia, like we've done full band shows like in Alabama and Tennessee and stuff like that. But
Wow.
when we go like long distances, it's just me and him. We pack up my Jeep, we put
Yeah.
our gear in there. Yeah, yeah,
Heck yeah.
yeah.
I
Now
used to
we're
have a
just
Jeep. That's cool.
renegade. Yeah,
Oh,
we
okay. You have I had a Wrangler, which was great, but it wasn't
get
that great
familiar.
for music. Yeah, I didn't have air conditioning. If it rained outside, I would get wet. And then music, I didn't think about music, but because of the top, like you didn't really the music. And then I got like a dome to put on top of it, and that helped. But then all the music sounded really hollow. It was weird. It's like I was listening to cassette tapes in my,
Yeah, yeah.
fancy Sony CD system or whatever. That's cool. So you've done the traveling across the country
Well,
and doing shows?
Midway. We've only gone, we've gone to the Midwest, and as far as like Colorado, we've gone up Chicago and ever. We played a lot of places. We've been to Texas.
Wow.
Um, when there's shows and stuff, we play like Tennessee. We play Chattanooga and Nashville. Oh, I guess mostly Chattanooga is where we like to go. I feel like that's our home away from home here
That's
in
where I
Ohio.
grew up. I love Chattanooga.
Really? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, it's great. It's a great
pretty.
place. So it's
Um,
so green. Every time I drive there, I feel like I'm going through Lord of the Rings because everything's so green. I'm like waiting for orcs to come out, or I'm like, what? What's
yeah.
talking trees? What's going? You know?
I'm a sucker for any like town
Uh huh.
that's near the river,
Yeah.
especially if it has mountains. Like
Yeah.
that is just like that's just so beautiful. I love that.
It's
Uh,
crazy how much beauty you get around this part. I think that's actually part of the reason why I see a lot of like LA productions, like filming and stuff, is coming over
mhm.
here, and it makes sense because I mean, within four hours, you can see so many different types of scenery, and that would be kind of hard
Yeah.
probably on the West
Yeah.
Coast, I would
There's
think,
a
you
lot
know.
of different types of terrain here. You can get a lot of
Yeah,
yeah
there's all
doing.
sorts of. That's
Hmm.
cool that you've done the traveling. You say Tucker is your bandmate in Fairshake?
Yes, yes, lead guitarist. Yes,
So
and he's not just lead guitarist. We actually just got done recording a new record, and if anybody saw us perform or has listened to the EP we put out
Mhm.
last April, they know Tucker sings all the harmonies.
Wow.
He even, at the end of that song you mentioned, 25 bucks,
Hmm.
he sings at the end of that, and that's a part that he wrote, and he does write, and we do co-write, and we went into that. We it's weird how we transformed, because when I added him to the band years ago, I was used to people just coming in and kind of playing their part,
Hmm.
to something that I already kind of written,
Hmm.
and then they would be temporary and they go, But Tucker he's my brother. He's my mate. You know what I mean?
That's
So
cool. How did you
so
guys meet?
we actually we met through the music scene years ago at Swayze's. If you remember
Oh,
Swayze's venue
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah. I
so
know
yeah,
you're talking about.
I used to be a Swayze's rat, and I guess that was like 2015 when I started hanging out there, because that's when I got back into music.
Uh-huh.
No, it was like or 2014. What am I saying? I took a few years hiatus because I almost got married and stuff, and don't
Ah,
do that. I wouldn't recommend. But
oh,
it was just being funny. But yeah, so we met back then. We played a lot of shows together. He was in this band called Red Tide Rising. And one time the first show he ever played with Fairshake, he played drums. That
really?
shows you how talented he
Yeah,
is.
that sounds like he
Like,
does it all.
yes, he does. He's an amazing songwriter. Like the songs that we have written
Uh-huh.
for off this new record we recorded this year called High Risk. You get to see him more. You get to hear
Yeah,
him more, and I'm very excited the spotlight's going to be more on him.
that's cool that you're
I
seeing him grow,
never
his
wanted to do a Shayne
progression.
Goss show, so I'm really
Yeah.
excited about
That's really cool. We were talking about the song. If you guys want to check it out on Spotify, 25 bucks if you want to check it out. Just type in Fair
that.
Shake. It's a single, came out 2020. It's a really great song. All the music is really good. You can also find more information about Fair Shake on Facebook, of course, and there's a website too, and you can find a lot of really cool merchandise and all sorts of fun stuff like that. So I think
Mm-hmm.
you got a fantastic voice. That's great. That's cool that you guys came together. Why the band, why the name Fairshake?
Oh my gosh! So I was in middle school, and I was like eighth grade, and I'd already been writing songs. I started writing songs when I was like 8. I was a
Really?
lonely kid. I'd
Are you
experienced a
a
lot.
single child?
I was for 8 years. Yes.
Okay.
I have two little brothers and I have two little sisters. But there's obviously a large age gap. So,
Yeah, that's a big
but
gap.
yeah. So I started writing music when I was really young. And what was the question? I forgot.
Oh, I was asking if you're an
My
only
fair shake.
child. But oh yeah,
Oh,
why your
yeah.
name? Yeah.
So yeah, in middle school, I was like, well, I can't sing, but I've been playing guitar. I'm gonna get my best friend to sing these songs for me that I wrote,
Hmm.
and I, um, was looking through a dictionary because I was trying to find. No, it was at the thesaurus. I was
Hmm.
trying to find a word that said like a second start.
Mm.
Like that whole idea of the name of the band was like, doesn't matter what you've been through, you still have the opportunity to move forward today and learn and grow from that, and
Wow.
show others and be example for others. So it was originally, the name of the band was Fairshake Council, as in
Yeah.
a band, a council of people that were living by example. And after being solo for so many years, because I only had my friends sing my songs for not even maybe a year, and then high school hit, and I was on my own forever. So I dropped off the council
Oh,
naturally.
okay.
Yeah.
It's a good band name. I really, yeah, your music is really, really fantastic. I'm really happy to have you jamming with us at Charlton. So it's been a long
Yeah.
time coming. So I'm happy you're a part of, the show. I wish it was under better circumstances. I hate that, I don't want you to exhaust yourself. If you need to, we got you scheduled for 30 minutes, but don't feel like you got to do the whole thing if, it's not
Okay. Thank you.
capable.
Thank
But
you.
I really
Yeah.
hope you get over everything.
Yeah. I
It's
think more. I feel crappy, and like I said, it just feels like a cold. But because
yeah,
I keep on and having symptoms, and like I said, it's like day 16 or 17 since I started having symptoms. They say
really.
that you're good after like 14 days or so
Yeah, it's what
to not be
everybody's.
contagious, right?
Yeah,
But I felt good last week for a few days. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go back one day, and then I started feeling like crap again. And I was like, are you sure I'm not contagious? I'm confused. I don't want to get anybody else sick. So I
yeah,
got another COVID test yesterday, but I want to get out of the house so bad.
yeah. I understand. It's like crazy. There's so many levels to this for like music because bars are shutting down, locations of
Mm-hmm.
places to perform. But then, like
Mm-hmm.
in your instance, like you're not feeling that well, so it's like working out. It's gonna take a little time to get that back, I imagine. And anybody that
Exactly.
catches this is gonna have a struggle in that sense too. There's
Yeah.
just so many levels to it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm happy that you're
I didn't
keeping your
realize that
sanity.
too, because I've been rehearsing, and I'm just like, man, it feels like I'm running uphill with a bunch of like weight on me while I'm trying to play these songs.
Yeah,
So, but I want to play them,
yeah.
and I'm
Well,
excited about it,
well,
you know.
understandably, it's in your heart. Everything
Yeah.
that I hear. I wonder who influenced you, like musically.
I sound really southern. I know this because I'm from Paulding County, Dallas, Georgia,
Yeah,
and I'm not a huge country music fan. If you're surprised by that,
yeah.
but I would say my biggest influence in music, my favorite band of all time, is Third Eye Blind. I
Yeah,
love
okay.
the way Stephen Jenkins writes.
Yeah, he's a great songwriter. He really is. Yeah,
Yeah, I and yeah, so that's my all-time favorite band. But Butch Walker, which is he's a producer,
yeah,
um, big singer songwriter. He was in a band called the Marvelous Three in the '90s, and he influenced pop rock and pop punk in the early 2000s like nobody else.
really.
And that's where I feel like you just hear our kind of throwback sound in a way.
Yeah,
Um,
it does kind of remind me of that time, like that, which I think is, it's good to. Yeah, that's cool. I could see that taking off. It's really.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
like just like fashion comes around every 20, 30 years, so does music, and genre,
exactly.
those specific sounds,
Yeah,
those characters of, you know. So yeah, I mean, I see that coming back around a little bit, but we have actually progressed. Like our new record, in comparison to the EP sitcom, is very different, uh,
yeah,
and it's very exciting to see us going in that direction. Uh,
yeah.
but
Where do you
yeah,
where do you
so
put together your record? Is that something that you work on solo and send it to each other, or how do you go about doing
well,
that?
well, this past year, because you know, we're not gathering like we usually do.
Hmm.
We wrote the whole record in parks all
Really?
across Lake Georgia. Yeah, we'd meet up at parks, even on
No
rainy
kidding.
days, under the gazebos and stuff. But we'd send like voice memos back and forth and send little, and build on what each other was doing, and then meet up and rehearse and bounce off ideas that way. But we demo with Ben Cato, of Dim, the band Dim,
Okay.
former Dangerous Summer. Um, he's our producer, and he actually played percussion on our newest record, that's unreleased. So uh, we've been recording with Coco Break, him and Jeremy, up in Woodstock. We
Okay.
love those guys. We would not use anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the best. They're the
It's a lot
best.
of good music in Woodstock. There's a lot of good venues to play music in Woodstock. It's becoming like a little hub. It's pretty cool that it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
growing, so much. Do you want to share a song with us? Are you up for that? Or
Yes, but if
all
my
right.
voice cracks, don't laugh at me.
I won't. Don't worry. But my voice, it was born cracked, so don't.
I was born cracked. All right.
Thank you so much for jamming with us. Everybody, check out $25 on Spotify, and you can also see Fairshake on the Facebook page and also their website. Where's another good place? Is there any other places people should check you out at?
For music,
Hmm.
we're on everywhere.
Okay,
iTunes, Apple Music, some places I don't even know about because our distributor does a great job. Uh,
that's awesome.
we have some music videos too, quite a handful
You
of them
do,
actually.
yeah. They're really good.
Yeah,
They're well done. Yeah,
thank you, thank you.
yeah.
We always use local artists to help us
That's
out.
cool.
But I'm gonna do a cover song because I
Okay,
am going to play through sitcom on Thursday. So
okay.
this is a song that I wish I wrote.
Fair enough.
Okay. Oh, if I can remember. There we go. How long, a long way from here. Put on ponchos, they won't see us.
Okay.
What if right now everything's wrong? It makes you happy. Tell you that makes you happy. But if you so sad, makes you happy. It can be that. That makes you happy. But if you so sad. Thank you.
That's unbelievable. That sounds great. That's such a good song. She's so talented. The Tuesday Night Music Club, that's like the whole album is like really, really great. It's Sheryl
Yeah.
Crow, if you're
Yeah,
not
Shayne
familiar.
Goss. Yeah.
And yeah, you should check her out if you've never heard her. She's really, really talented. She's got a lot of good stuff. That sounded incredible. That's a really good sounding guitar. What is that? What kind of guitar do you use?
Thank you. It's a Yamaha. Yeah.
Is that a Yamaha?
You know,
Wow.
yeah,
They
Yamaha
make everything.
acoustic electrics. They're like the most bang for your buck.
Yeah, they make
Yeah.
good quality stuff. That's for sure. We need to get a
Yeah.
sponsorship with them so we can get some keyboards
Yeah,
for everybody to jam on. So
I think they're great. I mean, I have a Fender. I love my Fender acoustic, but I went and got this as my backup guitar, and it actually became my main guitar. I love it so much.
it's really pretty and it sounds great. And your voice sounds good too. I mean, you have COVID and you're like killing it. That sounds great. So, yeah.
I'm just happy to be here. I'm so
Sheryl Crow would be proud. And I appreciate you sharing that awesome song. Now I'm going to have to listen to the whole album. So, yeah. And I appreciate you jamming with us. You're going to be jamming with us Thursday, 6:30 to 7. And you'll be playing Sitcom, which is it's all original songs. So the first sitcom of the night belongs to you. So there you go.
Yep.
Check out Fairshake on Spotify. You can get $25. And you can find out their music on their website and also on Facebook. And there'll be an upcoming awesome album that will be as awesome as everything else they do. So thank you so much for jamming with us. And I'm praying for you. I wish you the very best. If I can help you in any way, I'm here for you. And thank you for being a part of the family now. Now you're a Charleston. All right.
Yeah, I gotta come in and be there in person once I'm not contagious.
We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. So, all right, everybody. Thank you for watching. We love everybody. Be safe, be well, and keep rocking. So,
have a good day. Wear your mask.
Yeah. Amen. There you go.